Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to test out some of the most popular sticker papers that I see people using, and I'm going to put them to the test. I'll be comparing 7 different brands. I'll be looking at the print quality and their prices. When it comes to sticker paper, there's 2 main types, matte and glossy. To keep things simple and focused, I decided to split these into 2 different videos. So today I'm focusing on matte sticker paper. Matte paper has a soft, non-reflective finish, which means there's no glare, so your designs are easy to see in any lighting. Colors printed on matte paper can tend to look a little more muted compared to glossy paper. Matte paper is great for planner stickers, shipping labels, decorating cards, notebooks, product packaging for like handmade goods. There's lots of great uses for it. When you look at sticker paper, a lot of it will say vinyl sticker paper and some will just be regular sticker paper. Vinyl sticker paper is generally going to be more durable. All of the brands that I'm testing today are vinyl sticker paper except 2. The first one is from Online Labels. It's actually made of a synthetic material, so it's not traditional paper, but not true vinyl either. Honestly, to me, it felt very similar to vinyl sticker paper though. The other one is the Avery's Matte Sticker Project Paper, which is paper-based and not vinyl. One last thing before we actually get into the video, there is a difference between waterproof, water resistant, and weatherproof stickers, so it gets a little confusing. Water resistant means it can handle light splashes but not soaking. Waterproof means it can get fully wet, and weatherproof means it can handle rain, sun, and even some wind, so it's perfect for outdoor use. Each brand I'm testing today has its own recommendations about how water resistant or durable their stickers are. Even if a sticker is labeled waterproof, you might still want to give it an extra layer of protection like a clear acrylic sealer or laminate sheet. If you do add a laminate sheet, it will give your sticker a more glossy finish though. Another important thing that I recently just learned is not all printer inks are waterproof, and that can affect how your sticker holds up with water. There's 2 different types of ink. There's dye-based and pigment-based. The dye-based usually is not waterproof. They're cheaper and vibrant, but will wash away if they get wet. Pigment-based is often waterproof or at least water resistant, and they can last longer to resist fading and water damage. To figure out yours, check the ink cartridge specs on the manufacturer's website. I am using some off-brand ink that I think might be dye-based and not waterproof because it's the cheaper kind, but I don't know for sure. Finally, we're getting into the video. The first sticker paper I'm trying is the Koala brand. Like I said earlier, this is a matte vinyl sticker paper. On the back, it gives a lot of great recommendations. It has recommended print settings, but for all the sticker paper I'm using today, I'm just switching the quality to best and not doing anything else. On the back, it says this sticker paper is waterproof, but it's interesting, it says not all printer ink is waterproof, which is something I recently found out. It also says if you want to achieve full waterproofness, we recommend applying a clear acrylic sealer. I personally don't seal mine if they're going to be used for planners, notebooks, things like that. This sticker paper does have writing on the back. That is pretty nice because you know exactly what side is the front, which is that blank white side. However, if you're selling your stickers, you're probably not going to want to have writing on the back. When adding the sticker paper to your printer, you'll want to know which way it prints. Mine has to be face down. I'm using an Epson Workforce. The model I'm using is discontinued. I've had it for several years, but they do have some other current models. I love this printer. The only downside is it's pretty large. I was a 90s kid, so that's why I chose these images, but also they have lots of color, so it'll be fun to compare. The cut setting I used for all of these was printable vinyl white gray liner printing with less pressure, and it did cut through a little too much for most of the papers, so I should have done a different setting. While it's cutting, I want to show the pricing. This is from Amazon, and we all know the pricing can vary on there, but this was the price when I bought it. This comes in a 20 or 50 pack. The price per sheet is 40 cents and 32 cents, so that is very good. I'm going to label this, then I'll save it to compare the colors when I'm done cutting all the rest. Next, I'm going to test out the Joyza brand. This is vinyl sticker paper, and it says premium matte, which I assume is basically just matte, and it does say it's water resistant. On the back, it says in most cases the ink dries within 30 seconds. It also says it will be resistant to water, but to make it fully waterproof, to add a clear UV resistant sealer spray. Honestly, I've never tried this for stickers. I think I'm going to make a sticker series and give that a try. On the clear packaging, it shows which side is the front side, so that's really nice. Most don't have that. When I take the sticker paper out, you can see that both sides are blank, so it makes it easy to tell which one to print on. This comes in a 40 and 80 pack. The price per sheet is very similar to the koala. It's 40 cents and 37 cents. That seems to be a good price. I'll label this, then move on to the online labels. This is called Weatherproof Matte. They do have waterproof matte, I believe, that you can purchase, but I think the weatherproof would be the most durable out of all the different kinds you could buy. I only have 2 sheets because you can actually ask for free samples, which is really cool. This one doesn't show which side is the front or back, so what you can do is just peel a piece of the corner, then feel where that adhesive is so you'll know that's the sticky side and the front. It's hard to see on camera, but the front also is more white and I feel like it's a little smoother. Already, when this one printed, I noticed it was more vibrant than the other two, but I will show these all at the end. These come in lots of different options of how many pages you get, but I did the first 3. You can see these vary from $1.49 to 75 cents for 100, so definitely more expensive than the other two. I added the 100 pack to my cart to see if you get free shipping, and I didn't. It was just under $5. I added more to the cart and thinking that maybe it's 100 and over is free shipping, and it ended up being like $7 for shipping. I'm not sure if it depends on where you live, but for me, there was no free shipping. Next, I'm going to move on to HTV Ront. This comes in a pretty nice package, especially for storing, so I like that. This didn't say matte anywhere on the packaging, but I double checked my Amazon order and it did say that it was matte that I purchased. This says to let it sit for 5 to 10 minutes after printing. I forgot to do that, and thankfully I didn't have any smudging. It also says for waterproof to add a laminate sheet on top. Like I said, that will make it not as matte. It'll give it more of a glossy finish, but if you are not going to be getting the stickers wet, you can skip that step. This doesn't show which is the front or the back. Once again, I noticed the front was more white and it had a little smoother feel to it. I purchased this from Amazon. It comes in a 30, 70, and 100 pack. This is the best pricing so far. The 70 pack is only 27 cents per sheet. Next, I'll be testing out needle labels. This is matte, waterproof, and vinyl. If you've watched my channel for a while, you'll know I use this brand all the time for stickers. I usually use the glossy. I've never tried the matte, so I'll be excited to see how it does. This one also doesn't say what's the front or back, so I'll use my same technique to figure that out. The Nito labels are pricier than I realized. The 10-pack comes out to $1.50 per sheet, which is the same as Online Labels 10-pack. The Nito Labels 100-pack comes out to 60 cents each, and the Online Labels 100-pack is 75 cents, so the 100-pack is a better deal for the Nito Labels. This is from Amazon, so you can get free shipping if you have Prime, and they do have sales every once in a while. Next, I'll be using Tech Wrap. I use this quite a bit on my channel as well. This is matte, and it's a vinyl sticker paper. Online, it says it's water resistant, but then it also says it's waterproof, so I'm not sure which one, but they also recommend matching it with laminating sheets if it's going to be used on like water bottles or getting wet. They do sell this on Amazon. A 28-pack comes out to 68 cents per sheet. If you have Prime, you can get free shipping. So this one is in kind of the middle to upper price range compared to the others. Here is the final sticker paper that I'll be testing. It's the Avery brand. It's matte, and it's the only one that is actual paper and not vinyl sticker paper. It's acid-free, so it would be great for scrapbooking. It also says they are removable. I thought that was interesting. I tested it out and I was able to remove it, and you can reposition it. There is markings on the back of this sticker paper. I bought this on Amazon and I was shocked by how expensive this was. I bought the 5-pack, which came out to $2 per sheet. They don't have very many options. They sell a 6-pack that come with 15 sheets in each pack, which comes out to 90 sheets, and that's 74 cents each. Before I go into the ink quality, I wanted to show you this. I had ChatGPT rank the best value down to the worst value, so I thought that could be really helpful. Now I want to look at the quality of these. Since the Avery brand is actual sticker paper, I'm going to set it aside for now and not compare it with the rest. This might be difficult to pick up on camera. It's much easier to see in person, but I'll try my best. First off, I want to say all of these seem to be good quality, none of them smudged, and I feel like you can't go wrong with any of these. I do have these ranked as my least favorite as far as color, boldness, and how vibrant it is. Starting with the top left, the Joyiza was my least favorite. Next is the Koala and HTV Ront. I feel like they're very comparable, but I think I liked the HTV Ront just a little bit better. Next is Tech Wrap. The colors are so bold, which I do love, but if you look at the little Game Boy, I felt like the contrast was maybe a tiny bit too high, so that's why I have that ranked there. The Online Labels and Nito Labels were my favorite. They were so similar to me that I can't really choose which one was a favorite, so I just put them side by side. Hopefully you can see this better, but the Nito labels are just so vibrant, and I feel like the Joyiza labels are a little more dull. Here's the Online Labels next to the Joyiza. Here's the Koala next to the Joyiza. I think they are just so similar, but I think the Koala is just a little bit more vibrant. Here's the HTV Ront next to the Koala. These are so similar. I honestly don't notice too much of a difference, but I think HTV Ront might just be the very slightest bit more vibrant. This is Tech Wrap next to HTV Ront. Tech Wrap is much brighter, much bolder. Like I said, the Game Boy almost has too much contrast, but I really like the rest of the images. It just has so much deep colors in it. For the needle labels and online labels, I really couldn't tell a difference between the two, but they were both my favorite. The colors were so bright and bold. I just loved both of them. Here's all of these on a sheet of paper. It is kind of hard to tell with the lighting in my camera, but I wanted to kind of put them all side by side. What's nice about regular sticker paper compared to vinyl is you can write on it. So if you want to do scrapbooking, like this said, you can even write on these stickers. The sticker also is removable, like it said. The quality is going to be more muted since it's not vinyl sticker paper. I would love this for scrapbooking, but I do not like how expensive it was, so sadly I probably wouldn't pick it up again. Here's my top 3 winners. However, of course they are the top 3 most expensive. I didn't get a chance to test out how long all of these would last, but the online labels is the only one that's weatherproof, so I do think that one would probably hold up the best overall. If you're selling your stickers, the online labels could be a really good option. However, you'll have to figure out if the pricing is worth it. You can test it out with the free samples though. I probably wouldn't pick up the Joiza. Even though the Koala and HTV Ront weren't quite as bold and vibrant, the colors are still really good and the pricing is so great for both of these. That is it for the video. I hope you found this helpful. Let me know what you think. I want to hear everyone's thoughts in the comments. I'll be testing glossy paper next on my channel, so definitely subscribe if you want to see more of these sticker videos. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in my next one.